All right, good morning, ladies. It is at 10 o'clock, and my name is Tina Karugic. I'm a Canadian independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and it doesn't seem to be that this is working too well. Let's see how it goes. If it does stop for us, we will continue on. Okay, look. Good morning, Brenda from Nova Scotia. Thank you for joining me. All right, just let me know if this kind of stops on us. Let's check to see how this is working. I do have some problems, so I'm not sure of how it's going to run. Let's see if it behaves itself. If not, we will have to continue on to a different platform and move on daisies. So if you let me know how the video is going. Today we're going to be talking about the daisies set. So I'm very excited about that. It's in the annual catalog. It's called Daisy Garden. Very, very excited about this. So we will be talking about that. So let's just check it out. I want to make sure everything is running up and working. In the annual catalog, as I mentioned, if you don't have a catalog, let me know, and I'll be happy to send one out to you. The Daisy Garden is in the annual catalog on page 106, and it's $30. The great thing about this stamp set, it is a huge stamp, I have to tell you, and you will need a very large block. So you can see it's already a large block like this. It is one piece. So altogether, very large, very pretty actually. And what you will need is a large block like size number F. In the meantime, I'm going to be using it today with the Stamparatus because it is a large stamp and it works really well on this. But before I get started, I wanted to let you know about some very fun things that I have coming up. So I have a stamp camp coming up. Very excited for that. We are going to be using one of my very favorite, I am now in love with this. It is called In Symmetry. So in this stamp camp, we will be making 5 cards, and this is going to be one of them. And you also get the stamp set included, and it's $50. So if you are interested in joining me for the stamp camp on June the 19th, just drop me an email at northernstamper@gmail.com. You can reach me at that email for anything. So it's going to be an all-day event from 10 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I have some extra fun things inside the packages. We will be having lunch with an Epicure consultant, and that will be in your pack. And we also have a little goodie treat bag from Avon. If you're interested in joining us in the camp, making cards, having some snacks, and some beauty items, let me know. northernstamper@gmail.com, $50, and it's from 10 o'clock in the morning till 5 in the evening. And like I said, we will be, you do get a stamp set. We're going to be making this card in particular, along with 4 others, plus there are extras in the package. Great thing to have. Another thing we have coming up, let me just say, Sunday, June the 6th, I have a Simple as ABC class, and that means it is always beautiful creations. Simple, very easy, and one of the cards we will be focusing on is using the stamp set called Biggest Wishes, and this is the stamp set we are going to be looking at. This is a really great stamp set. I'm very excited for this class, and we're going to be using some of the Very beautiful colors. So $20. If you want to add on the stamp set, it's an extra $23. I'm giving a little bit of a deal there. So I have 3 packages left. So if you're interested, let me know. Drop me a message. And the next thing, let's see what else we got. We got games coming up June the 25th. So the ABC class, there is one also on July the 20th. Oh, so July the 11th, sorry. I'm looking at the price. We have a mystery card night on July the 23rd. Don't want to miss that. That's going to be a lot of fun. There's class to go, which we will be focusing on a punch and a stamp set. It's called Flowers of Friendship. And that is a class to go, and you can watch the videos and the learning tutorials at your own pace whenever you need. And if you need, or if you want to have a private class, just let me know. So let me know how things are going. I am hoping that everything is running well. Okay, got my, just want to make sure. Drop in the comments if you have any questions. So as I mentioned, my name is Tina Kavergich, Northern Stamper at gmail.com. So in the meantime, let us get started creating with one of my favorite sets. Whoops, I got too much going on here with the Daisy Garden. I already spoke about how it is a very large stamp set. I am using the Stamparatus. If you've never heard of a Stamparatus, this actually helps. It has magnets and it holds things down. So I'm just going to plop this on here, and it is a hinge. Okay, so just to let you know, I'm going to pop under the case underneath as a base. So let's put that. I just want to make sure everybody can see everything. So as I said, if you have any questions, let me know. Give me a thumbs up at least so I know that you are with me. So just want to make sure. Okay. Woo! Oh dear. I don't want to hear myself. Sorry. Ah. All right. For this first card, what we're going to do is we need a piece of basic white. And we need the Memento Black because I will be coloring with the Stampin Blends. Okay, so I'm going to place the paper in the Stamparatus. Now these are very strong magnets. I got to tell you, keep them away from each other. Okay, do not let them get attached to each other because they will either break or stick together. So what I'm going to do, just want to make sure this is all in the view. I am just going to ink up the stamp, okay, with my Memento Black. The great thing I like about this is if I don't get it completely covered, I can go back and do it again. Okay, so let us turn it over. Okay, and I'm just going to close the hinge. And I'm going to press down on some of the areas here, okay? Just kind of go over. The good thing about this, because a block, sometimes you wobble. This one doesn't do that, so. Okay, let's open it up. And it looks like I missed a little bit right there. So maybe it was from the magnet, so I'm going to move the magnet a little bit. I'm going to ink up where it was. And I'm going to close it up again. And I'm just going to press in that area. I love the Stamparatus. Works really well. Oh, there. It works great. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do for this piece. I'm going to cut this piece of Whisper White off. Okay. Because I did use the full sheet. But I do need to make another image because we're going to be cutting that out. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to put the magnets back on. Be very careful that you don't get them together. All right, I just want to make sure everything's running. So, okay, and I'm going to ink it up again. Okay, just ink it up. I'm trying to do 2 things at once here. Talk about multitasking. want to make sure I can see all your comments. Okay, as I said, I'm going to ink it up, and I'm not going to use the whole image. I really only want a part of it. Okay, and I'm going to ink it again. Close the hinge. Let's see where I got. Okay, I know some of it didn't turn out. That's fine, because I want this image up here. Oh, let's just ink up that little flower again. So make sure I get the top of the flower. Oh, it's missing some of it. Let me see. Get up again. It's one thing about the Stamparatus, fantastic, because it holds it. You can always go back. All right, basically what I want is this area up here. It's fine, I don't need the rest of it. Okay, as I mentioned, don't put the magnets together. I'm just going to clean up this part here, just wipe it off. Okay, and I'm going to take the hinge off, and I'm just going to put this off to the side for now. Okay, and now the reason I did a portion like this is because I'm going to bring in my mini Stampin' Boss machine. Okay, gonna open this guy up, make sure he fits in. It's a little big, so let's just cut down a little bit. I want to make sure that he can go through. Looks like he fits right through. Perfect, perfect. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my Stampin' Boss and cutting plates. So I'm going to put them down, put the paper down. Do me a favor, ladies. Catch me back in about 1 minute and reload your page. Okay? See how it goes. What I'm going to do is I am going to cut out in the circle some of the images. All right, ladies, I do apologize. I think that is the very last time I'm ever going to try that again. I think from now on, I will just simply video from my phone. I do apologize about that. So hopefully everything is running now. Let's see. Give me a thumbs up if you have rejoined me. And oh, okay, I got 2 people. All right, so fantastic. I'm glad you were able to find me. I do apologize. Let's see how this goes now. I've given up on that webcam thing. From now on, that's it. It's out. So thank you for joining me. As I mentioned, I am going to be cutting out the circle portion of the little daisies here. And I'm going to run it through my mini Stampin' Cut machine. And so I'm just going to run that through. Run that through. I'm still going to run it through. Let's see. There. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get started. All right, hold on, ladies. The earth is going to shake. All right, so let's cut that out. Okay. All right. Let's see how that turned out. Oh, that turned out perfect. Look at that. We don't need this portion anymore. All we needed was the circle portion. Okay. And let's bring in our picture again. So if I look, I can see I'm going to be moving this around, and the portions kind of fit back in, so as you can see where they fit. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right. Takes a little bit, but trying to figure out where it is. All right. Now, because this is on such a large piece of paper, now I can cut it down. The reason I had it on a large piece was to hold it in the Stamparatus. I'm going to take it down to the right size of 4 inches by 5 1/4. So I'm going to take a little bit off the top. a little bit off the side, so put it at 4 inches. Let's see. I am going to be cutting some daisies off. Okay, and 5 1/4. So I'm going to take off more from the bottom. Okay, so there we go. All right. All right, so now we have the 2 pieces. I'm going to leave this as a full black and white. And what we're going to do is we're going to take some of the Stampin' Blends that we have, and we are just going to color some of these flowers in. Now, I'm using the light polished pink and the dark polished pink, and as a third color, I'm just going to bring in a Flirty Flamingo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the dark polished pink Stampin' Blend, and I'm just going to color in some spots that I think are going to be highlighted with the dark color. So you really can't go wrong with these. Just do 1 flower at a time. Okay, so that was the dark polished pink. What I'm going to do now is take the light polished pink and kind of blend those in, because I don't want to see a strong change of color like you would with regular markers. So the Stampin' Blends, they are alcohol base, so you want to work a little bit at a time. And once they're wet, the areas that are wet gives you the opportunity to blend those 2 colors in so they're not so sharp. Okay. Once I've done this 1 flower, okay, I'm going to bring in a third color and just kind of bring a little bit of shading so that you can kind of get some dimensions. I'm often asked what colors are the best ones to get, and I have to say, when you're doing, if you like to color, make sure that you grab some nice looking greens, and always start with your favorite color. Okay, it may be pink, it may be yellow. Get a nice selection, yellow, a pink, a blue. Start with the lighter colors for your collection and then move into the darker ones. Okay, that way it's a little bit more, I just want to make sure I grab the right one. It's a little bit more versatile, because if only you have dark colors like Night of Navy and stuff like that, it's more difficult to lighten it up. So you want the nice light colors that you like the best. And as I mentioned, make sure you grab some greens and for leaves. I always suggest Old Olive and Granny Apple Green, but the Soft Succulent is actually a really nice color that they have added. And one of the things that you might want to grab is a color lifter. So one, it's like a boo-boo pencil. So if you go outside the line a little bit, you can kind of touch it up and it will take it away. Okay, so all right, I'm going to bring in some of the Flirty Flamingo. Just add it in a little bit and keep going. What I wanted to do, the idea is what we're going to do is color all of the flowers in this circle. So I'm just going to do a little bit more because I don't want to take up too much of your time. Okay. I love to color. I think Stampin' Blends are fantastic. The markers are really nice, but I find that the blending colors look much, much prettier. This works well also with the watercolor pencils. So I'm just going to add in some green. Now I'm using the Old Olive at the moment. Okay, this is Old Olive light. Okay, so I'm just going to go along on the leaves. I just kind of wanted to show you the coloring. And what I'm going to do is actually add it with a dark, soft sea foam. Okay. You can do a really nice job of blending various colors together. So don't think that you have to stick with the one color. So as I down here, I did the old olive and I'm using another color. Okay. To lighten up some of the leaves from the soft sea foam. See how the green, such a great color. Okay. To lighten it up a little bit, I'm going to actually add that third color, which is one of my favorite, Granny Apple Green. Give me a thumbs up if you love the Granny Apple Green, which I don't seem to have here. Oh, dark old olive and Pool Party. Okay, so I'm just going to leave the leaves the way they are. Maybe I should finish up those flowers. What do you think? I want to give you a good image. So this is light. Go back with the dark. Kind of fill it in. This daisy set is really nice. This week, one of the classes we're doing is we're making the bouquets. So if you missed that, I'm sorry, but it is going to be a lot of fun. I'm so looking forward to that class. Give me a thumbs up if you are joining me for that class and write down what color you chose for your bouquet. So that is on Wednesday. We're going to be making our own 3D bouquet of daisies. Looking forward to that. And that uses the daisy punch. Okay. There we go. And the only color I need now, is a yellow for the center. And this is Mango Melody. Is it in the view? I just want to make sure. Oops. This is the Mango Melody. It's kind of like an orangey yellow. Okay. There is a dark and a light. So all of the blends come in a pack. So you get a dark and a light for $12. Oh, I had to show you. This is the daisy I'm going to be making on Wednesday. Isn't that great? Very excited. Okay, so now that we have that on there, what we're going to do is let us glue down. Where's my Stampin' Dimensionals? And first I got to figure out, I got to reposition it onto where it belongs. So this is called spotlighting. So trying to find the exact spot. There we go. Nope. There we go. Turn it a little bit. There we go. And all we're doing is we're going to spotlight a certain section of the flowers that we've just colored. So we're not doing the whole thing. It's just a little bit. Okay. Now let's get that back on. So I can see the stem is there. The edge of the flowers. Is that right? That looks about right. Okay, there we go. So I just placed that on there. And we have the card base. I'm going to create the card base. Just going to cut it in half. Bear with me. Hopefully this won't be long. I have 3 cards I wanted to show you, but for time, I won't take up too much of your time. So I got the ribbon. This is polished pink. And let's make a bow. Everybody knows how to make a bow, right? Oh, good morning, Elaine. How are you doing today? Oh, Tracy, thank you for joining me. Oh, Stampin' Blends are the absolute favorite. So let's make a bow. Got our little rabbit ears, pulling them a little tight. Come on. And let us tape those around the edge. Just going to put that on here. Oh, it looks like I did a little bit too much. I'm going to cut this extra off and, of course, put it in my scrap bin for later. Maybe we can use it for something else. And put that down. Want to keep it all. That might be a little too short, but you never know. Okay. Oh, look at that. Okay. So now I'm apparently missing my dots. But there we go. Let us glue this onto the card base of polished pink. Hey, there's a little bug in there. Oh, where did that come from? That's okay. It'll glue on the back. Okay, polished pink. And if I wanted to, I could just add a little sentiment on there. I won't at the moment. Put it in and just kind of, with my bone folder, crease the edge. What do you think? So this is called spotlighting. If I wanted to lighten it up, while the ink is wet, I would just kind of lighten it right about there. But what do you think? Oh, Elaine, you're not late. You're always on time. It doesn't matter. Oh, you were watering outside. A drought. My goodness. It's always interesting on how the weather is across Canada. So what do you think of that? I love that. I love the spotlight. I love this daisy set. So just to let you know. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you another one. And it again, we are going to be using the big daisy set. So what I've already inked it up and I have it already done for us. Sorry, I cheated a little bit. This is actually stamped in basic gray. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut this up. Kind of a shame, but okay, we can do this. So I'm just going to cut it, and it is going to be cut at 3 inches. Okay, let's see how this turns out, because it is in my mind, it looks fantastic. So hopefully it'll look as fantastic in my mind as it does in real life. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it at 1.5 by 3. And I'm going to cut it in 3 portions. Okay. And let's see how that works. All right. So I got it cut in 3 portions. And I am going to be using basic gray as a mat. So because I had it at 3 inches this way, 3 inches height-wise, so I need to make it a little bit more, so 3 1/4. And let's lay it out to see how far apart I'm going to make it. Okay, so I'm just going to lay those out. And I want a little bit, just a little bit in each one. I'm eyeballing it. Here's me just eyeballing it. Okay, let's cut a little bit. And let's see how this turns out. So the colors I'm going to use for this card is the basic gray, so I can pull up from the ink. Okay, and I'm also using Blushing Bride. Pink and gray is such a lovely color together. What do you think? Do you like pink and gray together? Let's see how this turns out. Okay, so, oh, that's going to look great. That is going to look fantastic. Now, let's add a little bit of ribbon. Okay, this is, oh, let's see if it matches. This may be an old one. Not quite. Oh, I don't know. Where was that other one? Oh my goodness. Did it run away on me? Odds again. Oh, that's too bright. Okay. So let's just go with this ribbon here. We'll see how it goes. So I'm not going to color these, but I am going to place them on with dimensionals. Okay. So I've cut them so that there will be a nice little frame all the way across from each of them. Okay. Yeah, they got the tiniest dimensionals here today. And I'm going to have them nicely evened out. Make sure you're in the frame. There we go. Okay. I am going to add these, and I'm going to do it from left and right. So I'm going to start on the left and just add it in. The reason I do it left and then right is so that the one in the middle is easier to place from each other. If I start in the middle and I'm off a little bit, that makes a little bit of a problem. So let's add that. Okay. Gonna add a little ribbon. Okay, this ribbon actually may be out. This may be just old ribbon, so please bear with me. Grab whatever ribbon that you have available close to you to make this. Okay, I'm gonna place that on there, but I am not finished yet. I love the daisy set, and one of the items is that coordinates with it is the Daisy Lane stamp set. And we're going to be using the large daisy and the small daisy. Okay. And we are going to be stamping on Blushing Bride. Now this is the same way that we're going to be making the flowers for Wednesday's class. Okay. So let's get the Blushing Bride, or I could use polished pink. That might be a little strong on the Blushing Bride, but let's see. If I don't like it, I can always turn it over. Right, ladies? Need my blocks. All right. Open my Blushing Bride. I'm going to put this off to the side for the moment. In the meantime, I'm going to get my daisies out. Okay. And let's... Oh, it's coming back to me. Okay. I'm going to ink it up. And what's great is this has a... This has a matching punch. So there's a large and a smaller one. Let's make 2 of those. In the meantime, you know what? Let's flip it over and see how the coloring is using a polished pink. If we don't like it, we don't have to use it. Yeah, I don't think I like that. All right, let's flip them back. We're going to go with the Blushing Bride. Looks fantastic. I love it. And let's get a couple of little ones on there. Just need one. Like I said, this is the same way we're going to be making the little flowers on the stem. That one looks a little light, so let's try another one. Oh, isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. I love that color. But then I love all the colors. Let me know what your favorite color is. Okay. So we have the punches. I'm going to punch out 2 of the larger daisies, line it up. Okay. And punch out this one. I don't know if we're going to get to that 3rd card. There we go. And let's punch out 1 more daisy. I'm going to punch out the little one. The reason that I'm doing that is so that I can build it and give it depth to the flower itself. Okay. All right. Put those off to the side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these 2 together, a little bit of adhesive in the middle, and I'm going to offset them like that, and a little bit of glue on this one. Okay. And offset that. There we go. Now let's bring in our card base. Okay. And I'm just going to glue this down. Put it in the center. You can leave it just like this and add a sentiment if you like, or you can add the flower. Oh no! What the heck? Ooh, doesn't like my flower. Let's go with dimensionals then. Whew. I shall put that tape dispenser in a timeout with the vacuum cleaner that bit me earlier. So, something always goes wrong here. There we go. Let's add some dimensionals. And if you have a little sprig punch, you can always add some leaves behind it. I'm just going to add that right about there. Okay, there we go. And you can always add on your sentiment if you like. Okay. So what do you think? It is, oh my goodness, it is already, I guess I'm not going to get around to that third card. I wanted to show you, but I wanted to show you some of the great things you can make with the daisies, the stamp set and the punch. Don't forget to join up for my stamp camp on June the 19th. Drop me an email at northernstamper@gmail.com. Let me know what you think about these cards. Love the spotlighting on this one. Maybe we'll make some more cards with different colors. Oh, one thing I wanted to do is actually, what I forgot to do, is color the background with a little bit of blue. So you do get the idea of what it's like. So once I fill this all in, I'm going to take a picture and post it on my page so you can see. I will fill that all in, and that will actually highlight a little bit more of the spotlighting. Don't forget to join me for Stamp Camp, games, ABC mystery, to-go cards, or join me for a private class, or just kind of join me anytime on a Tuesday at 10 o'clock. Thank you very much for joining me. Let me know what you think. And if you have any questions or you want to get some supplies to build your crafting supplies, let me know. They have a fabulous deal on right now, $206 worth of product for only $135. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Take care.